Welcome along, everyone. What was it like, that experience, jumping into your first race?
It's been my life ever since I can remember.
Look, it really was unbelievable.
I think it's awesome.
Just go out there and give it your all every time. And
when you're young and you get in the old man Superstock and you wreck it, I mean, it's pretty cool.
Craig Booker with the big smile. He is the voice that's behind what you get to hear every Sunday night.
Give it the hoot, Daddy. Look at that field. Doesn't it look fantastic?
Hey everyone, welcome along to Trackside with Kokpit, brought to you by Garage 16. It is your Wednesday catch-up show. Everything Speedway, of course, with the GP held over the weekend. We've got a couple of special guests who will be joining us not too far away. We're going to catch up Daniel Ray and Regan Penn. But let's catch up my good friend Booker, who is getting ready to venture his way up towards me from tomorrow. Hey, Books.
Hey, mate. Yeah, getting ready to make the big trek again up north tomorrow. I'll be heading to Rotorua tomorrow, crashing at Rotorua for the night, and then heading through to Hamilton. Of course, we're heading up there, mate, because we are going to the Huntly meeting to support Red and the team. They're trying their hardest to do a team's event. I see another team, unfortunately, has pulled out, but please be aware this will be a very, very good meeting. I think, Kins, the teams that are still there, they're going to give it 110%, aren't they? It's going to be... There's also other classes running as well, so it's still going to be a fantastic meeting at Huntly International Speedway on Saturday night, mate. Yeah, exactly, 100%, and the two of us will be around on the microphone as well, so that's where you'll be able to hear us talking to you, the fans that turn up at Huntly International Speedway. Come along and support it. Look, the local team, the Wanderers, will be there. You'll see that team being announced and the pictures put up everywhere. The Bay Park Busters will be there as well, and you'll see the team there, so you'll see the images here, there, everywhere, and of course the Gisborne Development Team as well. So there'll be some teams action getting underway at Huntly. Like I said, the two of us will be there, and looking forward to it. So come and say hi. We'd love to say hi to you. And I just want to reiterate too, because last Wednesday, we had Red Wooten. Just to cover off a few things, they are not easy decisions that a committee has to make, let alone put themselves out there. There was a great message sent to us on our Kokpit Messenger page from Wayne Brunton. Wayne, mate, 100% loved everything you said in regards to you being a volunteer as well. You know what it's like, and I really endorse what you wanted to say. Absolutely feel for them, Reed and his team, and yeah, he knows all about it. So Wayne Brunton, that's a bit of a shout out to you, mate. Thank you for that wonderful message. It's no different to the way how Books and I think when committees have to put themselves out there and make these decisions. Tarns, good to have you back on board watching. Richard and Trudy, as always. Aaron Ferguson, yes, I know it's Wall and not Rule. Don't have a laugh, mate. Grant Fowler, Dave Thomas, our mate Quasi, Scott Honeybone, Mark Goodman, Wayne Otten, Bernie Giltrap, and, of course, Warren Buchanan. Who else we got here on board? Thomas Jr. Huranui, Cam Jar, and the list carries on. Books, you've got a couple of things we need to get out before we we want to talk about a few other things too that are happening, aren't we, mate? So that's the big one this Saturday night. If you're up that way, then tune in and come and see us. Come up there. We're also commentating as well, I think, in the commentary box on Saturday night with young... Gabe, thank you. Gabe, yeah. But also, you've got the stock car teams. Is it a stock car teams invasion or invitation or something? Is it called at Palmerston North Speedway this weekend? There's quite a few teams involved for that too. So that's looking at being a pretty fantastic event itself again. I think it's a one-nighter too, is it, Kins, I believe? Saturday night at Palmerston North International Speedway. So there's another one to get out and check out. But we are getting ever so close to one of the meetings I've been looking forward to season, mate. It deserves to be packed with a crowd. It deserves to go off. Been waiting 2 years with things causing it to delay. I'm talking about none other than the celebrity meeting at Rotorua Speedway next weekend, Friday, Saturday night. It is going to be epic, mate. 100% epic, isn't it?
Oh, look, like you said, we've got special week next week to build up around this. Like you say, it's been years in the coming. Obviously, weather has hampered it. There was the COVID side of things as well, and you had to feel for people like Steve Williams and his foundation. It's a great cause, Starship Foundation, Ronald McDonald House, and of course you had names that are celebrities jumping into Superstocks: Andre Heingartner, Ryan Wood, Hayden Patton, Greg Murphy, Steve Williams himself is going to be out there, Chris Vanderdrift, Cole Armstrong, Simon Evans, Aaron Slight, Lance Hughes, and also Richie Stanaway, unless there's been changes to that. So that's 15th, 16th of December, the Valvoline Superstock Charity Invitational, which is going to be massive. And of course, young Regan, who we're going to catch up with, he's looking forward to being there as well. I'm guessing we're going to see a lot of classes, a lot of action, and we're just privileged to be part of this as well.
Oh, mate, it's exciting. We're going to have a show for you on Tuesday night next week as a build up for it. And then also on Wednesday night show, we Steve Williams, Greg Murphy, and Hayden Patton. Our three guests on Wednesday night. Tuesday night, we're going to talk with Sam, Ashton, and Aaron from Garage 16, who is a major sponsor of the event as well for the charity side of it. So that's pretty cool. And then Thursday, it'll pay to keep an eye on our page during the day, because I may have something special just appear. Yeah, it's still in the works, but yeah. But the biggest event that's happening in the near future, I think everybody's on everyone's lips and everyone's talking about, is that huge event on Sunday at Wahara Speedway.
The pro,
and I'm going to be there to live stream that. I mean, we're talking about a superstar, Mr. 1NZ himself's going to be driving around the Wahara Speedway, and I've already been told there's a few other drivers that are get a jump in mini stocks and go and join him now too. So it's it might turn out to be quite a good meeting, people. So not only will you come to Huntly on Sunday night, but zap out to Wahara Speedway on Sunday after being at Huntly on Saturday, and man, it's going to be it's going to be epic, kids. You must be pumped, eh?
Yeah, I am pumped, actually. I was a little nervous, to be honest with you, last Sunday, but once I got into the race suit and drove the car from the green sheeting towards the Wilson family to where they were all parked up, I was pretty comfortable because everyone saw the video. And I remember talking to you last night, and you said over 17,000 people have viewed it. Thank you to each and one of you all. There was our good friend, Daniel Curran, Devs, who followed me. Of course, I did a bit of a chat there as well. But I got to give it up to the Wilson family, and give me this opportunity. As soon as I arrived there, people saw me pull in and they said, "Hey, we're here to watch you, mate." All this stuff. I was like, what the hell? But we tried everything we could, but Mother Nature decided the track was too slippery and there was going to be no grip. So I bring on this Sunday. And look forward to seeing you all out there. Like Booker said, if you got the chance, the opportunity, come out there. There's food stalls out there. Mr. Whippy will be there, and should be good.
That's even made it better for me, Mr. Whippy.
Yeah.
Mr. Whippy's got a huge bloody, what do they call it, banana boat ice cream chocolate thing. That'll be me, mate. Hey,
they'll have it there.
Hey,
they'll have it. But it's going to be cool. I'm quite excited. So I'm not too sure if I'm actually going to get a practice, because I had 10 to 15 lap practice. Looking like it sounds like I'm going to be thrown in the deep end of the race. So I'm going to be starting right in the thick of it. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Everyone's making comments and giving me shit, kids, because I finally tidied myself up with a bit of a shave and been a bit slack of late. But so those are your things this weekend to look out for. And then next week, obviously, listen, if you can make Rotorua next Friday, Saturday, then turn up, because you're not going to regret it. It's going to be just an epic meeting. And of course, on the Friday before the meeting, we'll have a couple of simulators there for you to try and win prizes. There's I think there's you can win a pass to the 240s. There's other stuff happening. I think there's going to be a coin donation and to run it, to go on the sim, but that'll go towards the charities as well. But we have more information on that as we get closer. But yeah, we will be having a couple of sims there. Our mod that Dirt NZ has made, and he's done a couple other special things too. So that's exciting stuff, kids.
Yeah, he's been under the pump over the last month or more, but yeah, we're looking forward to it and being part of that special event next Friday, Saturday. 10 teams, that's right. Pete, it's going to be a big one, the Invasion in Palmy. Hey, Reese, how are you, mate? Good to have you on board. Saloon Car GP, that's another big event this weekend too at Stratford.
Yes.
They've got a huge list turned out there as well. Actually, they've got quite a bit going on there at Stratford. So a few big meetings, and they've got good pricing structures. It's all done in tiers from memory, talking to the president of that track and how it's all sorted. So make sure you check it all out. That's going to be a big meeting as well. The Noggin looking a bit sunburnt there. Yeah, from Wayne Naughton, it does look a bit sunburnt.
No, son, it'll get sunburnt. It'll get sunburnt, bro. Yeah.
Secret practice on Thursday.
No.
No, I'm not too sure, Dave. No, I wasn't. Bloody Brooks. Actually, no, I stopped at Te Aroha. Who else got here?
Yes, NZTQ
Sunday.
champs and Nelson Tukins. That's a big one.
Yes, yeah.
Nelson's got the
that's gonna be
NZTQs. And I think that's being streamed by the Pits Media too, that one.
Yes, that's right. Will ESPN be there, Mark?
No, Cockpit Media will be there, Mark. Don't worry about ESPN.
What else we got there? Yeah, I'm going to have fun. Oh, what is this bloody thing keep changing? Here we go. Oh, limit thing. Changing over to my other channel. I'll keep watching my OnlyFans channel. Ian Wilson, NZTQ champs. Yeah, big ups to the Wilson family. Who else we got here? Kerry Gates. Hey, Kerry. Anyway, we better get our guests in.
Yeah, bring Dan in, shall we?
Bring him in.
The GP winner for the Modifieds. Here we go. Hey, Dan, how's it, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. How you guys?
Well, good, mate. Obviously, you were a lot better last Friday and obviously Saturday. Was it last Friday, third in the South Island Modified Champs? And then, of course, those last two lads, mate, you brought it home to win the New Zealand Modified Grand Prix.
Yeah, it all worked out, eh? Yeah, plan sort of worked out. Wanted to have a fast car at the end of the race, and we did. So,
did you set that up to loosen up like that or tighten up like that for the end of the race like that? Because you came on real strong at the end there and just gone burger.
Yeah, that was it was definitely the plan. Wanted to be fast at the end. Yeah, we went that fast at the start, but thankfully, the yellow bunched us out or bunched us back up again. Yeah, she came on the last few laps, so it was good.
Because everyone on that Saturday was basically chasing that one kid, Jacob Mitchell, even though he won the South Island Modified Champs on the Friday night. Let's go back to Friday because obviously that track, and for people who watched the stream, wasn't the greatest, but you can't do nothing with Mother Nature when wet weather arrives on the Thursday. Those track people who do all the preparation only can do what they can do, eh? But it was a bit bloody rutty in places on Friday.
Yeah, I don't normally mind a sort of a rough track, It's good fun. It's hard work though, but yeah, that was probably one of the rougher tracks we've ever raced on, I think. But
you're pretty stoked.
It was good fun.
Yeah, pretty stoked to come home third day, behind Brandon Parkinson and Jacob Mitchell. We happy just to be third in that actual championship?
Yeah, we probably didn't really deserve the third. We got lucky. Luke Brown, he had some sort of issue and he dropped out with a couple of laps left. We were sitting fourth, and that's probably where we should have been. But yeah, just all worked out, I guess. Just got lucky.
Next day, Saturday, overnight, preparation-wise, getting ready for obviously the big one, the NZGP, mate. What was the night like on Friday going into Saturday morning?
Yeah, we sort of I had a few beers at the track and cruised on off, let the traffic get out and cruised on home, had an early one and got up, and she was a big day in the shed. There was quite a bit of damage from the track conditions. We had to replace quite a few bits in the drive line, and the right side headers basically got ripped off. They're only just hanging on.
Wow.
She sounded like a tractor when it come back in.
Wow.
Yeah.
So not many hours sleep. Yeah, not many hours sleep. Get up, quick breakfast, and back into it, eh?
Oh, yeah, something like that.
Sounds like
got a
that,
good crew, so they just watch them work. Really, I can't weld, so I just stand in the background and yeah, doing good, guys.
Yeah, mate. So talking of background, what is your background? What's your history in motorsport and speedway? You know, like many of the young ones who've interviewed, obviously it's the mini stock class. So how did you first get introduced to what you do?
Oh, always went to speedway as a kid. The old man always took us out, and you sort of just grew from there. Always loved the modifieds. You know, watching like Greg Keegan and Glenn Leach and all that around Rapuna. Woodville Glen. And
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I went to Rapuna quite a bit as well. I watched all the sprint cars and stuff. So then my 21st present, I got given a mini stock for a season. So ran that, and I was like, oh, yeah, it's pretty cool. So a modified come up, and it was sort of, in our price range.
Yeah.
It was up in Auckland, so we hauled up there and got it back.
Who'd you buy that off? Can you remember?
Oh, I can't remember the fella. Yeah, I can't remember. He was in Auckland.
Yeah. Picked up a car from up there, obviously, and took it all the way back
like,
down.
Yeah, it was like 12 years ago. So.
Oh, hell, okay.
She's a couple of haircuts ago.
It's all good. So obviously into the modified. Is it that one that's behind you, or is the one earlier obviously been 12 years ago?
Nah, this is my my third car. So the first car I brought was a Love Lady as well, though, and it had a good bit of history. I think it was one of the old Love Lady house cars, and then what's his name? He passed away a few years ago. He ended up getting 3 years, 3 NZ at Wellington.
Oh, Tama Arapiri.
No, Phil Patterson.
Oh, Phil Patterson. Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was his car. He sold it, went up to Auckland, and that's who I brought it off, and then sort of brought it back. Had a wee wet sump 383. Had about 520 horsepower. So she was just foot flat all the time. And then went to Wellington, got 3 NZ in that, which was bloody good. I got lucky that night too, though. So there's a couple of pile-ups that took out like Jamie Foxx and stuff like that. So got lucky there. And then I got another. John Love got to talking once I got that first car.
Yeah.
Obviously, John Lovelady, he was a local down here, so sort of got talking to him. And he had another car that was another Lovelady house car, the one that Greg Keegan used to drive. He got 3 NZ in that as well. So I sort of ran that for a bit. Done not too bad in that.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, and then that car there, I brought that off the Bolton Racing team. That was the Luke Keegan car. So.
Oh.
It seems to be the number 3 seems to hang around you quite a bit, eh? It just seems to be one of those bloody things. I'm guessing in your racing career in the future, you're hoping to go above that 2 in a 1 eventually, and it seems to be that 3. But hey, can't take nothing away from the NZGP. You got the winner in that as well, mate. Obviously, I can see there's another car in the shed there behind you. I suppose to all the viewers who are watching at the moment. What's the deal with that? Is that yours, or what's the deal with the 25 on that car, mate?
That's my brother-in-law staying for us for a bit. So he's races on the circuit, Rapuna and stuff. He had a 2K Cup car, and he won it back-to-back seasons. So he thought, I think once you win it back-to-back years, they kick you out.
Yeah.
So he had to move up. So that's I think it's called a Pro 8.
Yeah,
so
Pro 8. It's got a rotary in it, eh?
Yeah.
Who else we got here on here? Wayne Otten, it is a shorter trip for you, mate. Who else? Corby, good to have you on. Who else we got here? Kirsten and Paul watching as well. It's up to see. Kirsten and Paul Joseph down in your area, mate. Give yourself credit, Dan. You have driven very well. For a long time now. That's from Wayne Otten, mate. Wayne drives like 900 Ks every weekend, so he's giving you a bit of credit there. John Lovelad would be proud of you guys over the weekend. That's from Scott Honeybow, mate. So representing and doing well. What you got there, Books?
I was just going to say, you say, oh, I got lucky here and I got lucky there, but yeah, a little bit of luck I think comes into it sometimes, but you've got to see those things happen in front of you and avoid them, mate. So, and what's the old saying? To finish first you must finish. And if you keep finishing, you keep getting podiums and you keep winning, mate. It's more than just luck that comes into it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a lot of it luck, I guess. I've been on the other end of it probably more times than I have been on this side of it. So, yeah, it's it just is what it is, isn't it? It's just racing.
Talking of that luck, and book a races right at the start. You know, those last few laps. How many laps was it again for the big final race
30,
on
wasn't
Saturday?
it,
Was it 30, 25?
25.
25,
Oh,
yeah. All right. You're looking at 22, 21, 20, 20, 21, 22, and you're thinking, geez, I've got this young fella in line here. What was going through your mind, mate? You were just focused on that orange thing in front of you, and you knew he was running out of grip. The tires were just about gone. You just kept going for it.
Yeah, I was stoked when I got past Luke Keegan for second. I was like, man, I'm happy he's second. But then, just keep going. And I was like, oh, hang on. And I sort of went into turn one, and Jacob was running out the high line. And yeah, I didn't think the race was going to be one up there. So, it was just a cool feeling because I was like, man, I'm going to pass you, and there's nothing you can do about it. So I just going on by. So, yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, it's just one of the coolest things. There's been one of the highlights of your career, mate. And I said this too when we were catching up before we went live with the show, Richard and Trudy. Will you be coming to Stratford for the New Zealands?
Yeah, hey, we plan on today. Well, it's definitely something that we want to do, but it's just a lot of things are going to line up for it to happen. She's a big haul. We're just a small team. I just started a new job recently, so I don't have a huge amount of leave and stuff. So, but yeah, definitely it's something that we do want to do. It's just whether we can make it happen or not.
Mm. Let's talk about your travel, even though with a small team and where you are based down in Christchurch. Do you do a lot of traveling in the race season?
Oh, I haven't. The last couple of years, I haven't. Because me and my partner, we just built a house and stuff like that. So we were busy. I'd done quite a lot of, sort of the groundwork and stuff for myself. Yeah, so busy, mate. It was just busy.
Yeah, I understand, and there's priorities in lives too that have to come, preference to your racing. But I know you'd love to be happy, but be in the car. Oh, we were talking about
Kinser, we're out the other side of that now, so
yeah, cool. Right. No, you're right, Quasi. Yeah, you're right, Quasi. I won't need much practice, mate. I'll just get out there and do it. 6W Dave Thomas. It was yellow. These guys having their own conversation. Steve Palmer, mate. Awesome final race, Dan.
Cheers, mate.
There's a lot of people been watching it, haven't they, kids? Because a lot of people commented about your drive, Dan, for Saturday night, and it's some very positive feedback, mate. So it's pretty cool, actually. A lot of people very impressed with that drive. I mean, yeah, I when you came up behind them, I was just like, oh, he's got him on second. Then was like, oh, he's going to get first here. Just tell you, he had nothing for you, eh? When you start off, when you set your cars up, for a big long race like that, what different do you do for a long race like that to your car? What do you change in a setup type thing?
Oh, it's a combination of things. The main ones are just your ride height, tire pressures, and your shocks really, and the wing sort of does its thing. You can sort of make it more aggressive and stuff like that, but. Yeah, it's not too complicated. You just got to get all three things to work together.
It's all fine up, eh?
Tricky bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Just got to hope everything all falls into place, mate, and you just got to do the rest. And put the foot down and just give it the jandle, as one guy said years ago, and just go for it, you know. So pretty cool, all right. Kirsten and Paul, just a question for you, for yourself, Dan. What do you think of young Jacob Mitchell? You know, was 3NZ last year before he came to Huntley. This young kid, I think is he doing midgets as well? What do you think of this young kid?
Yeah, he's a good, eh?
Yeah,
we talk of it in the pits and stuff, and he's good. He's good for the sport. You know, he's fast, and when you got guys like that, you know, it sort of makes everyone else, all the other local guys, you know, pick the game up and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's good. We're there to race at the end of the day. So, if, you know, he goes out and hangs it all on the line and gets the job done more often than not. But, yeah.
the other question we were talking about, you knew this was coming too. We know it's always coming every week from Warren Buchanan. Your favorite track for mods, mate? What's your favorite track in your mod?
Oh, it's a tough one, eh? I've probably got a couple. Like Woodford Glen it's you know, it's definitely one of my favourites because, you know, it's not just on the gas. It's like a driver's track. It's a bit more technical aspect to it. So that's cool for that side of things. And for outright fun, I guess it'd have to be either like Nelson or maybe Cromwell because you're just on the hammer, eh? It's good fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you cope with the sharp turn at Woodford Glen, mate? You know, because a lot of classes that race down, there's always that bloody corner. How do you get on with that?
Yeah, it catches the out of towners out, eh? So it's always good when they first come in. You sort of anticipate them going wide at 3, and you're like, oh, yeah, thank you. But yeah, it's tricky. It took me ages to get used to it, like probably a couple of years. You're normally good at one end of the track, like you're either good round 1 and 2 and junk round 3 and 4, or the other way round. It's very rare you get them both ends nailed.
You had some in their books?
So no, I was just thinking. I was thinking to them talk about the tracks and that and different things, and like, yeah, I would have thought I expected to hear Nelson and that because they're fast, full on, just giving you up at sort of tracks. But if we were talking beforehand, you wouldn't be keen to jump in a stock car or a super stock though. You're saying, but any other mod you might want to try besides the modifieds, but not stock cars or.
Oh yeah, I'd love to go in a sprint car or something. Obviously, that sort of, you know, suits the style of the modifieds, and well, modifieds are just a cheap sprint car, really, right? So don't have the budget to go sprint car racing. But,
mate, some of the prices we heard on the odd modified of recent, holy hell, they're right up there. Honestly, I thought to myself when I heard some of that stuff, I was like, really? You talking about a sprint car or modified here? Because
I think you get a sprint car pretty cheap, but as soon as something happens to that engine, man, she's the next level up. If you want to be competitive, anyway.
Have you done Ellesmere track? Have you done that track?
I've been there a couple of times. That's cool. Like for what it is, you know. So it's probably a wee hidden gem out there. Yeah, lucky to have it. They put some good meetings on. I haven't been there in the last sort of year or so, but yeah, I'm sure they'll put us on the calendar at some point.
Yeah.
Soon.
Well, I might put you on the calendar because Wayne Odden says bring Dan to Rotorua Easter Champs. That will open up his eyes. That'll get you bloody going up there, rotors. Everyone we speak to, you know, especially Superstock drivers, they always put rotors up there as well. Fantastic drive from Saturday night, Dan. Currently sitting 6 points for the Roger Bertram Medalist Award. That's from AMS. If you keep in touch on his Only AMS Facebook page, he's doing a great big build-up on a lot of classes and the selection of drivers for their racing over the weekend. Man, I'm looking forward to seeing young Joel Myers around the Glen February. So turn 3 and 4, Scott Honeybones. So should be looking forward to Richard Mason. Good to have you on the show, Richard. Mate, what scares you about bloody Superstock and stock cars? What's the deal with that?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe got too many enemies around, you know. Be an easy target.
You got to have a certain something to get behind the wheel. One of those things, I think, though, to get wound off or tipped up, or shit.
Man,
like you say, I'd be looking in the mirrors
every time I see them.
Yeah. You're right, Box. You're 100% right. You'll be looking for. So I'm guessing your next race meeting for you at the Glen is I don't know if they got modified. Oh, you got to have what? Is it Canterbury modified champs? Is that Boxing Day your next one?
Yeah, I know we're racing Boxing Day, but I don't know. I'm not sure if it's the Canterbury champs for us or not. I haven't looked at the calendar, to be honest. I just,
well,
I just know it's happening.
Yeah, there's that on
They
January.
do the Remembrance champs every year, so that's normally they normally pack the house out for that.
Well, you say you just got a house and everything too, mate. Looks like your shed came first. Look at the background, eh? Looks like you thought about the shed before the house.
Yeah, it's still not big enough, though. I think you build a big shed and then you're like, man, it fills up quick.
Mate, you might be able to get a drive at the Sprint Car War of the Rings, February 9th. Ask someone if you can have a pedal in a bloody sprint car.
Yeah.
Might happen.
It'd be nice.
Yeah. You got a fair bit coming up. You've got about at least another about 10 or so meetings before the season's over at the Glen. Just quickly too, you ever travelled up north and done any racing up in the North Island?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We've been there quite a few times. I think I've been to maybe 3 or so titles at Wellington, title at Stratford, been to Palmy once.
Yeah.
On the Superstock Teams night 1. That was pretty cool to race in front of them. In Waikaraka. Been there. I think I've done a couple New Zealand champs there in the Dirt Cup and a GP maybe.
You know what? You pretty well said it. I'd love to see the modifieds come back to the Superstock teams.
I was just thinking the same thing, Kent.
When you said that, mate, I was thinking,
that used to love that, watching those modifieds at the team champs, man. Just awesome. Come up for that if they did that again, did Dan?
Oh yeah. It'd be good fun. Like I say, I was lucky enough to win a race and cruising around with the chicken flag of the sellout crowd, just yelling.
Pretty cool feeling.
It's pretty cool.
Cool feeling, eh? Cool feeling, eh?
Yeah.
Eh? And then watching the old Superstock teams go in here today scares the shit out of you, eh?
That's it. Oh man, these guys are not right.
Hey, talking of guys and family, obviously you got a small crew, mate. Do a bit of a shout out to your sponsors, because you can't do a lot of things with our sponsors. They go a long way and they mean a lot to a lot of drivers out there.
Yeah, man. So we've got Gav from HPE. He's looked after our engine for quite some time now. Doesn't really give us any trouble, so cheers to him, HPE. Circle Track Engineering, Frank there. He gives me a lot of shit, but he's good for our little team as well. Martin Hydraulics there. Cheers to them. Suck it up, Malcolm. Did I say him already? No.
No.
And WA Boys Contracting. He's the sort of local contractor around where I live. So
yeah,
he's And then I got my old man. He's pretty much a sponsor as well. He puts a lot in to the car, a lot of effort, and gets his wallet out from time to time as well. So cheers, Al, if you're watching.
Yeah, sweet. Well, you didn't want to tell a lot of your bloody mates, but mate, I got to ask you got a pretty decent headset and microphone on there, so obviously you do a little bit of fun gaming, eh?
Yeah, we just mess around on the Xbox, get on Wreckfest or World of Outlaws, have a bit of laugh, have a few beers and stuff. Nothing too serious.
Awesome, bro. Yeah. Hey, well, once again, congratulations on your achievements from last Friday and Saturday. Obviously, the big one with the NZGP. And if you make a decision, we may see you up at the Modified Champs, because Booker and I will be there at Stratford. I think it's in March from memory. I'm pretty sure it's March, something like that. Yeah, but anyway, we'll see you there. But awesome, mate. Massive win, mate. Congratulations from Aaron Lewis. Thanks to Garage 16. The Trackside with Kokpit brought to you by Garage 16. Cheers, Dan. I'll let you go, mate, and go and do what you do. And thanks for having a chat and a catch up. Again, congratulations. Safe travels throughout the season, and good luck for whatever you and your 24/7 Modify will be doing for the rest of the season, mate. All the best, eh?
Cool. Cheers, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Dan.
Sweet is, Dan.
See you,
Thank
mate.
you.
Cheers.
Awesome.
A lot of
Dan
people obviously
Ray.
watched that meeting, Kins, and saw that drive by Dan. It was he come out of nowhere. I mean, shit. We didn't think anyone was going to catch that young fella, did we? And then boom. Hey, what's up?
He
And
was
then
gone.
along came Dan.
Hey. Oh, Dan the man.
Hey,
Hey, that's his
fast
new name,
tracking
eh?
Dan.
Dan, woo, we got a new song for Dan. We give him some new bloody hashtags to put up on his cars, eh? And along came Dan. Awesome. All right, we're here to have a bit of fun, and obviously there are a lot of people watching the big racing happening down at Ocean View Speedway, Wanganui Speedway. Look pretty good with the big glowing red light around on turn 1, turn 2. But the
Around the turn
Superstocks
1,
are in
turn
action.
2 rule, eh?
Yeah, the rule, yeah, the rule, the bloody rule. But was it under 60 Superstocks rocked on up? Group 1 looked like the group of death. Every other group had to do it tough. But there's one young guy that obviously kept his nose clean, and no one really seen him coming on through.
Oh.
And he joins us right now, Regan Penn.
It snuck in like a pirate in the night, didn't he? Here we go. Oh, Regan. Hey, mate, how are you?
How's it, guys?
Good, mate.
Good, bro. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, eh?
Yeah?
Cloud 9 a bit.
Yeah. Had a long night, obviously, and well deserved, mate. Because hell, there were some big names in amongst that championship on the Friday qualifying and Saturday night final. And, mate, even though you got to see the sunlight come up Sunday morning, you deserve to celebrate.
Yeah. Some pretty big names there, and just managed to sneak through, I guess. So celebrated accordingly.
Good on you. Good on you, bro. Good on you for doing that. And when you think, you went into their final, you had all those V cars in there, but we'll talk about that. Let's go back to the qualifying on Friday, and obviously go through every race car drivers in a Superstock or a stock car class, they're bloody turn 1, turn 2. Did you think about it?
I did think about it. But I'll tell you, like the first race, I didn't actually finish DNF. So I didn't even get round 1 and 2. I was busy thinking about the big push, so pushed my way into push the guy in second and pop my tyre. So I was probably thinking about it a bit too much, not really looking where I was going. So didn't really start off the best.
Obviously, you've done laps there, Wongas, before, eh?
Yeah, not many. I did. That was my third meeting there. I've done one in the mini stock and one in the stock car. So I was pretty fresh to that track. But I've done a few laps.
Oh, wow. Wow. Really? Mini stock car then? Because this is your second season in the Superstock?
Yeah, second season in the Super. It'd always been my bogey track.
Hey.
I try to avoid the place.
What the hell?
But no, I'll definitely go back next time.
You're just pulling my leg, surely. Really? Are you for real? You just done a little bit of mini stock, a stock car. You go there in your Superstock. Now you tell me it's your bogey track. And you bloody win this thing.
Yeah. I've picked that bogey. It's all good now.
Shit. Did you go buy a lotto ticket or what?
Yeah, no, I didn't, but I probably should have, eh? Go my way.
Flat tyre in your first race on Friday. Then you just really had to push through to get right up there to qualify, obviously, for Saturday.
Yeah, like my luck wasn't near the first race, but my luck just turned right around because the next race I was battling for first and ended up getting a third. And a few cars that did well the first race didn't finish. So I kind of had my eye on, like, if I get another lucky round like that, I might sneak through. And ended up getting second in the last race, passing a car on the last lap of the last corner. And I just got through, like, tied on points for the last spot. So it was, heaps of luck. Like, things went my way. but yeah, it's all you need, I suppose.
Wow. Wow, they definitely went your way on Friday, and they definitely went your way on Saturday, mate. You had Lady Luck on your side. Holy hell. All right, you're in the finals now, Saturday, and obviously you're seeing the drivers and you got the repercharge to come through. So what's going through your mind, let alone your family or your friends who are there with you, and also your crew getting yourself prepared for the Saturday finals?
Yeah, this time it was quite a different mindset. I was really relaxed. I actually wasn't like putting any pressure on myself to win. I was just kind of taking it one thing at a time, and just my first goal was get through the first corner, just survive, and then we'll just pick cars off from there if I can. And yeah, it just was like a really, my dad and granddad, they were my pit crew, and it was all just really relaxed. They weren't really in my ear, or they just let me do my thing. And I think that way of racing kind of really helps me race. I don't know about other people, but yeah, that's just kind of the mindset I went out with. Just no expectations, but still try my best. And yeah, that's kind of how it went.
You remind me when you're talking, you're pretty laid back, pretty chilled. You're pretty cruisy. There's another Superstock driver who hangs out in Rotorua. Me and Booker knows who he is. And he's pretty cruisy too. And he just rolls on up and just rocks on up, comes up in the club room, lets everyone else work out on the car. And he gets out there and does what he does. That's Alan McRobbie, obviously. And yeah, you're just like him, mate. You're pretty chilled out, eh? And Mark Goodwin put it here, 235G was stealth. You're in stealth mode. So good on your way, not, and congratulations, mate. How many Kokpit media guys does it take to screw in a light bulb? Boy, what's Aaron us? Just one, but he'll need a different camera angles, 2 retakes, and the catchy jingle in the grand lightning moment. Bloody Aaron, eh? Bloody Aaron. AMS has been a lot of updates on this page. Congratulations on the GP win there, Regan. Also, this week's only AMS Ultimate Performer, mate. You won with 50. You see that, eh?
Yeah, I just saw that. Yeah, thanks to everyone that voted, and actually thanks to all the support and all the kind messages. It's actually been pretty eye-opening, really. Like so much support, and people are really happy for me. So thanks to all you guys. Yeah,
okay, 54.2% of the combined votes. That's pretty cool, bro. That's pretty cool, eh? Makes it all worth it, eh?
Yeah, no, it's pretty awesome. Yeah, Speedway community is pretty awesome like that.
Better stick with that stealth-looking car, mate, I think, because you went under the radar very well in that third race, eh? It was, and old Peter Reid reckons you're hard to see on the track, so I'd stick with that, mate, coming into the next big events.
Yeah, we'll have to just, hopefully the track has dim lighting and stuff like that. I don't know. Put some race tape on it, make it black. I don't know.
Mate, let's keep it as it is. You're going bloody good. Actually, I've watched you race your stock car and that, and I've often thought to myself, and yeah, you're a very, very good driver behind the wheel. And when you got a decent car, because your car's bloody good, your Superstock. And what made the change though from being bloody good in a stock car? What made you want to go to Superstocks? I suppose just a natural progression.
Yeah. We've done stock cars for, just off the top of my head, might have been like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
Loved it heaps. It was real cool. But I don't know, just we weren't sick of stock cars or anything, but I think Dad, he's always wanted me to have a go in a super. And I'm not going to say no to that. I think probably the Superstock style of racing kind of suits my driving a bit better, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
But more racy. I don't know. We just made the change, just to see what it was like, really. And, yeah.
I think Booker and I are not surprised that you adapted very fast and very quick. I remember watching you in your debut season in the Superstock, and I know you bought a very good car at that as well. Well proven and everything like that. And with the caliber of driver that you are, that I've seen in your stock car, I knew it wouldn't take much for you to come to grips with all of that as well. So, what's the season looking like for you, Regan? I'm guessing obviously going back down to Napier for the New Zealands. Are you going to be at the celebrity event next weekend?
Yeah, I am going to be there now. Wasn't originally entered, but yeah, we're in there now, so that'll be pretty cool.
It's going to be an epic meeting, mate.
Yeah, it should be pretty cool. I haven't raced there at Rotorua in the Super yet, so that'll be another learning experience, I'd say. And yeah, I like racing at different tracks I don't race at very often. So
yeah,
I think that's one of the pinnacle tracks for superstock racing. Like it's like a bit like a coliseum for racing. And
every driver we talk to just about says their favourite track's Rotorua. So it'll be actually interesting to see your feedback after the weekend, to be honest, of what you thought of that track in the Superstock. But when we're talking Superstocks, and some people might want to know this, and myself probably wants to know this, is what's the biggest difference for yourself when you switch from your stock car to your Super? What did you find? Did you find you had to adapt quite a bit, or like what was the biggest thing you had to adapt switching from one to the other?
Well, it was actually quite an easy switch because I had the Rees stock car and then just straight into a Rees Super. So like it's basically the same chassis. So like handling wise, it was pretty much the same, just with way more power underneath you. But probably the biggest thing was just getting used to the brake bias. So clicking your brakes to the front or the rear. Like I'll just do race after race without even touching it because I just forget it's there. And yeah, so that's been the biggest learning curve because it makes a big difference. So yeah, just trying to use it often is probably.
So you can switch it on the go, can you, to sort of get around the corners a bit better, or?
Yeah. So it's some people have like a little windy thing or like a click forward, click back. So it puts a more brake pressure to the front or the rear. So that can really change how tight or loose you are when you're braking. So it's not exactly, but it's like changing your setup while you're driving. So that's like a real big game changer. Like not used to that at all, and stuffing it up a few times.
So do you change that sort of as your tyres are wearing or as the track's changing? Is that what you're using that for?
Mostly just as the track dries out or something. You kind of, I don't know about everyone else, but I just kind of guess like a starting point, and probably most of the time I go too far one way and then bring it back, and just about mucking around. Sometimes you might leave it and it's just fine where it is, but yeah, it's a bit of a.
It's quite a bit to think about, isn't there, when you're driving a Super nowadays? In comparison to the old days of A grade and B grade stock cars, it was just hop in it and go. I don't even adjusted shocks or did a setup. Now, so and what about between the stock car and the Super? Are you going into the corners deeper in the Super stock?
Yeah, you are a bit because you got more grip, so you can actually like slow and better brakes. You can slow it up way better. So yeah, you do go a bit deeper, but sometimes that's not always the fastest. Sometimes, like on that Wanganui track the first night, it's better just to back right off and coast around the corners, So yeah, I definitely still haven't got the full gist of it. Like, yeah, sometimes I still stuff it up quite a bit. But yeah,
mate, it's a learning curve. Just hearing you explain what you're doing inside the cockpit of a Superstock, and also looking in that mirror, seeing what bloody bumpers on your rear end as well. You got all this going through your mind. Then you got to negotiate maybe the traffic or someone going AWOL in front of you. Then, of course, negotiate maybe a tight turn like 1 and 2 at Wanganui. Holy hell. There is a lot going through your mind. I'm thinking I might have to talk to our mate Dirty NZ, and get us some little switchy things in our online car so we can adjust the brake bias. I'm going to have to talk to Steve Ibbott. You watching, mate? We want to do all this now? Nah, it's just pretty impressive you know what, you see it there, and it's much like a bloody V8 supercar kind of thing in there.
I didn't realise there was that much going on inside there. You know, it's it's incredible.
Wow.
Because I remember back in the day, I didn't think you were allowed to even change your brake bias. So it's how it's changed over the years and the pace and the. I mean, I suppose that's why we see so many more tighter lines now around the track too. You know. So you're still sort of learning all that, Regan, and getting to grips with that. I suppose the next thing some people have in their minds is you started as a B, and you moved to the G. What was the meaning behind that, mate, for the people out there?
I just used to live in Napier with my parents, and then finished my apprenticeship at the place I was at, and just had a few mates here in Gisborne, and just kind of thought, why not? You know, I was still young. It's not that far away from home, from my family. It's just up that shitty road. But just moved here, and just it's awesome. Like the club is it's like the best club. They're so awesome, treat you really well, and the people here are awesome, and both basically. The reason
I must admit that first night I went this season, the first time I've ever been to Gisborne Club, and the way I got treated and looked after when I got there was just incredible. And even when you go through the gate and the way you were greeted by the person on the gate, you know, was just awesome, you know. Sean Kingy's just commented, I was messaging him that night, Kinsey said he was going to see me soon. He never turned up, old DK. I think he was ignoring me,
What?
Bloody Sean Kingy.
Bloody bugger.
Hey.
Simon Clark, up the G, Gizzy, Rule Superstocks, talking of the Clark family as well. You were lucky to have, was it James? James help you out in the final there, eh?
Yeah, James. Happy birthday, by the way, too, James.
Yeah, it's his birthday today. Yeah. Thanks to Facebook, eh?
Yeah. But he's a G-man through and through, eh? And he just did what he needed to get the G cars up there.
He travels a fair way to race at the G too, does he, old James, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's down to the country further, eh?
Yeah.
That's a few Ks. So obviously, you're looking forward to Rotorua this weekend, and look, I've just had next weekend. Sorry, I've just had the entry list sent through. I'm looking at this entry list. You know, it's like the bloody 240s all over again. That's where I'm going to vent you into. Get the taste of Rotors on the 15th, 16th. I guarantee you'll be racing back there January at the 240s, mate.
Yeah, we'll definitely go for the 240s. Missed that last year and just had a watch. See what it was like. I've been many times, but this time I'll chuck myself in the deep end. And
mate, that there is an intense meeting. I've watched some New Zealand champs, and I still don't reckon it's got any near the intensity that you see at the 240s in Rotorua. I mean, that's mate. You'll do well. You'll do well. Just give it the hoot nanny and just give it. Because I don't know. You say you watched as well, Regan, but the thing I noticed is you think on qualifying night of those 240s, you think, shit, these guys are fast. Yeah. And then the top 26 come out the next night and they step up another level and go faster again. You know, it's like, seriously? So I wish you all the best for that, mate. I think you'll do well. If you show no fear, I think you'll be right. But, shit. And so that'll be good, that Celebrity Weekend, mate. Get you some practice in for the 240s.
Yeah. That Rotorua track's always been real technical too, so we'll take a bit to get used to that.
Did you know it's downhill down the back straight?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. How many people out there knew that Rotorua's, you look at the back straight, it's downhill from turn 2 to 3. I did not know that.
Because I remember I was in the mini stock there once, and I had a red light like right there, and there was like maybe 3 of us, and the light's been out from green. Oh, they'll go from red to nothing to green, and I because I had to put my foot on the brake because I was going to start rolling. So I just, like, when I was revving it up, like one foot on the clutch and one on the accelerator, like 3 of us just started rolling forwards. We all got called up. It was pretty funny.
All downhill.
Yeah. So I know about that.
Yeah.
Mate, you're going to be in you'll be in good company in a couple of weekends. Fireworks as well. What we're talking about, 15-16, the Superstock charity invitation. Long time coming, whether it be marred by weather or COVID. And let's hope we get to go and see this big event, because next week, as Booker said at the start of the show, starts for us on Tuesday. We'll catch you with promoter for TWS Paradise Valley Speedway, Sam Ashton, and of course the sponsor of Garage 16, Aaron Lewis, for the celebrity race as well. And then of course Wednesday we've got a special with Steve Williams himself, Greg Murphy. They need to introduce him obviously, and Hayden Patton will be joining us. Yeah, and there might be a surprise on the Thursday as well, but Booker will let you know, because he's arriving in Vegas tomorrow to be part of this. Don't replace the burn exhaust cover. It's good luck. There you go, mate.
Are you racing this weekend, Regan? Anywhere?
No, I was going to be doing the Huntley one with the development boys, but
that's right.
But Dad's got work and stuff like that, so I'm not going to be at that meeting. But wish them all the best. I know they'll get the job done.
They don't hold back those development boys. I can tip you.
They don't hold back at all. Teams, is that the pinnacle? You want to do teams eventually?
Yeah, well, I'm not majorly fussed. Yeah, I do love it. It's pretty awesome. But like, I'm not that team that G team that's in there now is, like the best team, I reckon. Yeah. So I'm pretty happy just in that development team, getting experience, and man, that team, like the guys in that team are pretty awesome as well. So I'm happy in that team at the moment, and maybe one day in years to come I might get to the top team, but I'm all happy where I am. So yeah.
Good on you, bro. Good on you. Mate, you've been pedaling well, watching your race over the years in your stocky, and obviously now in the Superstock. Sponsors and everything makes things go a long way, eh? In the black and white colors, it looks pretty cool, bro.
Yeah. No, it's been, there's some good times and bad times, but now it's, I'm having a good go at the moment, and things seem to be clicking. So we'll ride that while we can.
All right, talking of riding things while you can, mate. We had Dan Ray on just before, and we asked him another class that he would like to have a go at aside from his modified. He talked about sprint cars maybe one day. What about you? Is there another class in Speedway that interests you to go around on the oval tracks?
Yeah, pretty much, mostly all of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've had a go in a saloon after the meeting. It was pretty cool, but I don't know, probably like a midget or a sprint car. Yeah. Just to see. I probably wouldn't even go fast, but it would just be cool. Yeah, something like that.
Would you have a go at a modified, mate, or you reckon you'll end up on your lid?
Yeah, probably would, but yeah, I'd probably end up on my lid anyway, but I'll still have a go.
It's all good, bro. Give it a go. Wayne Alton, where's the trophy, Mr. Penn? Where's your famous NZGP trophy?
Oh, it's actually at Mum and Dad's.
There you go.
Whoops, I forgot it. Yeah, I was
good,
not in the best headspace when I had to drive home. So.
Yeah, well, you messaged me back something like 5 o'clock in the morning, I think it was. So.
Yeah. We'll just leave it there.
Hey, why not celebrate?
You got to celebrate, mate.
You got to celebrate it, People don't celebrate these achievements, and hey, they may be short and far, but you're a very, very lucky young man to come under the radar, and James helped you out there with that G on his number, obviously birthday boy today, and mate, you brought it home. And then Dale Robinson, taking nothing away from Dale as well, a hard peddler in the 89 dub. Coming home second, he had to do it tough there. There was a real close battle, I think, with Keegan Levine in one of those races. Actually, it was only like that much in the bloody finish over the line. And then the runoff between Asher and Dykstra, landlord and the young fella that lives in the house. I wonder what happened there after that with the Reds when Asher ended up winning there. But yeah, watching Asher racing.
Got cut, eh?
Power got cut, yeah. But yeah,
no more eggs for him.
No more eggs. You got the Red Rose eggs.
Hey, so we talk about the GP, and we had a build up about the GP, and we spoke to some legends of the sport for the build up of the GP for Wanganui. They talk about how they want to see the GP get better and better. I think Wanganui did a fantastic job and had a fantastic meeting for the GP. What were your thoughts on that, Regan, on how well the club ran it and just the overall experience for you with the Wanganui club and that meeting? How was that for you? Like, thoughts on that? Because I thought they did a fantastic job, the Wanganui club.
Yeah, no, they did a great job. Like, they're similar to Gisborne, and like they're just a small family club type of thing, run by a lot of volunteers and stuff like that. Like, they don't have facilities like Palmy or anything, but they just make it work. Yeah, it was awesome. Like, it was run really smoothly. Yeah, and like, even because I was listening to that, I can't remember what I was listening to, but it might have been their president just saying how like they didn't even raise the ticket prices, stuff like small stuff like that. It's pretty cool. So yeah, no, they did an awesome job.
Yeah, I think they've set a bit of a standard now for the GP, haven't they? We're looking, where is it next year? I can't remember now where we saw it was for, but let's hope next year's club do just as good a job, and we get more drivers attend this meeting, because it could just a fantastic meeting.
Yeah. Oh, like, even that they had like the mini stock kids paired up, like that'd
cool.
make their day, stuff like that.
Yeah,
just really good ideas.
Yeah,
it's great. It's great.
It's quite neat how these smaller clubs are doing that Akins now with the mini stock kids.
Well, they're the future. You talked about a mate rolling down 3 years in your mini stock. That's how you found out it was a downhill slope at Rotors. But what was that the red light that was around the wall, not the rule around the wall on 10-1, 10-2? That looked pretty impressive. I watched the live stream, and that bloody red light looked bloody brilliant.
I almost think all tracks should do it, eh? Like, especially when you're in a track that's you might be in the first race and it's like a 6 o'clock start. You got like massive sun strike most of the time, like going one way. Like big LEDs like that, pretty make a massive difference, eh? Just and like I feel like there's no excuse.
Yeah.
When like, the light's that bright and it's like you can't not see it, Yeah. It's just better for everyone, I think.
Mighty Goodley, Gary and Cherie, would be stoked.
Yeah, it's my mum and dad. Yeah, no, they're at day.
Muddy's also got back-to-back GPs at Wongas, where Robinson and Rees on the podium. Yeah, just touched on the LED light there as well. It was a terrific meeting. The vibe was cool. I understand too, it was a bit bloody cold, but forget all about that, and everyone kind of gets warmed up. How was Mr. Mooney Friday track assistance and then raced the standard stock? Yeah, Dion Mooney, he was helping out with the track, then bloody in the standard stock. Was a classic effort for the 6V as well. Yeah, the vibe of it all pretty good. Yeah, big thanks to Sharp Air's Line Haul Limited for the massive sponsorship of their big event as well. And it was a great event. Mike Johnson, next year LED should be all the way around. Woo!
Wow.
That's pretty cool, eh? Thanks,
Mike.
Mike.
Place to be.
Yeah,
wow.
That's pretty cool. Do you know where it is next year at the top of your head, or you had too many drinks under the belt? You don't know where you defended it next year?
I got no idea. I don't even know where I'm racing like in 3 weeks. So.
I think you should have entered for the 28th. I think everybody should have entered for the 28th at Bay Park, to be honest.
Yeah, Ross Ashby's
dad's memorial race. That's going to be awesome.
Oh, is it that? Okay.
Yeah, Thursday, Bay Park.
The 28th, before the New Zealand's. I think there's a
I'm
hit out
pretty-
the 27th at Miani for the final hit out for the New Zealand's.
Mm. I'm sure I saw some fine print somewhere. Someone who won the NZGP had to turn up to the 28th. No, just saying. Sure, it's in the contract there somewhere when you win these things. Well, mate, congratulations. You know, no one can take that away from you. You got through under the radar with the help of a G-car, obviously, but you kept your nose clean. You started off rough on the first night with a flatty, and then got up there, third, second, got through, equal on points. And, mate, you come home on the podium. You're Mr. GP, and I tell you what, you can take on the one NZ Cockpit online racer who is me at the Sims next week, and we'll have a race together, eh?
Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah, I'm a bit scared of that race against you, though.
All right, you'll be all good.
We'll slip you a lazy 20 to put him up the wall, Regan.
Put me up the bloody wall, mate. Hey, it's all about having fun, you know. That's the main thing. And you had fun, you enjoyed celebrating, and that's what it's all about. You enjoying what you're doing, mate. And obviously, there's the parents behind you, the family, your crew that are doing endless hours, and also your sponsors as well. So you can't do it without the main.
No, they're awesome, eh? I might just list off a couple if I can.
Yeah, mate,
Yeah,
go
mate.
for it.
That's the list. Just McCafferty Metal Cartage, Steve out here in Gisborne. He sponsors heaps of the Gisborne boys, and he's been with me since the start, since mini stocks, and yeah, he's been huge. Blueprints Logging, Richard, he always helps out when he can as well. Napier Oil Services, Mum and Dad. Yeah, that goes without saying. They just do so much for me and make it possible. Hawke's Bay Heavy Haulage, they've always been good. Ferry trips and stuff like that. And McIntyre Hastings, they've been with me nearly the whole time as well. Yeah, real loyal sponsors, and they make things so much easier. So yeah, thanks to you guys.
Hey, no, thank you. Thank you for coming to join us and being part of our show. Of course, recognising two drivers, Dan and Ray, for winning the New Zealand Modified GP. Came home third, obviously, in the South Island Modifieds on the Friday. And yourself, mate, winning the GP down there in Wongan. So wish you all the best, and we'll catch up with you in a couple of weeks in Vegas at the Superstock Celebrity Invitation, brought to you by Valvoline. And we've got a big special next week book starting from Tuesday. We have, but we won't hold Regan up while we talk to that. So thanks for joining us, mate. We love that you took some time to talk to us. Wish you the best for the season, mate, and yeah, enjoy.
Sweet. Thank you, guys, and thanks for what you guys do for Speedway. It's awesome.
It's all good, mate.
Cheers,
Stratford
Regan.
is where Stratford's where you're defending the championship. Stratford.
Stratford.
Next year. Stratford, there you go. Cheers,
Cheers,
Regan.
guys.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that's good. That Regan and Dan, both GP winners. But yeah, mate, this Saturday, join us at Huntly for some teams racing. If you're in the Manawa 2, go down and see them at Palmy and watch some stock car teams racing. If you've been to Huntly on Saturday, don't forget the biggest meeting of the year on Sunday out at Waharoa for Kins. And then stay tuned all next week. I will be bringing you stuff every day. Every day I'll be on live with you, and we're going to build the hype for this celebrity challenge, because I want it to go so well it's ridiculous. So yeah, Kins, mate, it's going to be epic. And good luck to all of those too at the Saloon GP, Stratford this weekend as well. And safe travels to all of those who are heading down to Nelson to the TQ Big Champs as well. So good luck, all the best. Whatever you may be doing for the weekend, just be safe out there. Leave all the racing on the track to the drivers and the boys and the girls, and just enjoy yourself. Waharoa Sunday, yeah, it will be awesome, mate. I'm quite excited to be there, and Books is going to be there as well. So, and I'm going to live stream it. There you go. If I get a good signal out there, and if Waharoa Speedway can hook me up in a decent spot, yeah, we'll go live. We'll stream the Waharoa meeting for you. It won't be anything professional like the pits and that. It'll just be the no bells and whistles cockpit. We'll get out our $20 cameras. We'll be away.
That's how we roll. That's how we roll.
But we'll bring something for your team anyway. So yeah, we'll be there.
Awesome,
I'll be
everyone.
There. Doing
You'll
my
be
rain
there.
dance to keep it away.
Thanks everyone for the wonderful comments. Thanks to the two guests as well. And everyone take care. Like Booker said, we'll catch you on Tuesday night. It started the build up to obviously 15-16 in Rotorua. Take care. See us. See you Sunday.
Yeah, see you, team. If you're travelling, please be safe. We want to see you at the track. Enjoy, look after each other, and thanks for tuning in.
See ya. Welcome along, everyone. What was it like, that experience jumping into your first race?
It's been my life ever since I can remember.
Look, it really was unbelievable.
I think it's awesome.
Just go out there and give it your every time. And
When you're young and you're getting the old man Superstock and you wreck it, I mean, it's pretty cool.
Craig Booker with the big smile. He is the voice that's behind what you get to hear every Sunday night.
Give it the hoot, Eddie. Look at that field. Doesn't it look fantastic?